Hi, my name is Dr. Padilla. I'm a professor in computer science and psychology, and I have been a faculty member for over 5 years now. I've been doing a series of professional development videos, and something that I realized when I'm doing these videos is that getting a PhD and being in academia often gets a bad rap. So today I wanted to talk about my top 7 reasons why I love being in academia and why I think you might like it too. So my number 1 reason why I love academia is that it is not a traditional 9 to 5. Now I know there's some professors and students who like to come in at 9 o'clock and leave at 5, but that's not the case for me. I found that when I was in industry positions and I would work 9 to 5, I would often waste a lot of time trying to fill the hours because I was expected to be there. In academia, you can really work from anywhere depending on the type of research that you do, and really you define the hours that you actually complete. So you can work a little bit from home, a little bit in lab, whatever is most successful for you. You're really being evaluated on certain metrics of success, not if you clock in or out at a certain time. So I love that it gives me lots of flexibility to have a very healthy lifestyle and do things like travel as well. That brings me to the second thing that I truly love about academia, which is paid travel. A big part of being an academic is going to scientific conferences that I talk a great deal about on this channel, and they're often in beautiful, exciting, exotic locations, places like Hawaii or Spain or Germany, and it is truly fun to go there and see these beautiful locations. Now, when you do travel, it's often paid on a grant or from the department in some capacity, so you get the ability to go to these beautiful locations, meet some brilliant, smart people, and present your work. And some of the most fun travel experiences I have been in academia and have been paid for on various grants or by departments. The third thing that I love about academia is that the work is hard, but it goes with you. Oftentimes when you're working for a company, you are getting paid to develop their product or service, and it is theirs, they own it. But everything I develop as an academic goes with me. Every paper I publish, all of my CV lines are something that I take with me and are connected with me, not necessarily the university. So each element of my job is actually building up my reputation, and in some ways it is as if I'm making myself money more than making some other company money. Now, of course, I know that I'm making the university money, in part by educating students and elevating their reputation, but the CV items are truly mine, and I feel like I'm building something important for myself. And that is very important to me because part of the reason that I left industry is I was just sick of making someone else money. That is not something I have interest in doing with my life. Life is short, so I chose to do something that I think is very important, that in some ways is helping me advance my overall goals rather than making someone else money. The fourth reason that I truly love being in academia is that I get to follow my own interests. There are truly no rules when you're a professor. You can study and examine whatever you like. So if there's something new that's really exciting to me, I get the luxury of studying it. I get to pick what I research and what I do. When you're in industry, someone is deciding what type of work you're doing at any given time. Even if you're in a research position in industry, they're going to want you to research something that in some way is going to excel their product or in some way is going to help their product or their bottom line. That is not the case in academia. Anything that is inspiring to me or exciting or that students bring in to work on, that is something that I can engage in if I choose. And I think that's the important part. You get to choose what you want to work on. The fifth thing that I love about academia is related to my previous point, and it's that when you get to choose, you get to choose work that truly helps people. Oftentimes in companies, they want to make money in some capacity, and what they're producing isn't always intended for the health and happiness of society. Sometimes it's in direct opposition to what would be good for people and help them in the world. In academia, you get to choose your projects, so you can decide, I want to work on something that is going to help the world become more happy and healthy and productive. So in that way, it feels more satisfying to me and it allows me to align my goals in terms of research with my own moral beliefs about the things that I should be putting out into the world. I'm really interested in doing work that in some way helps the world. I want to leave this world better than when I came here, and I can engage in projects that are specifically aimed to advance that objective of mine. Now, the sixth reason that I truly love working in academia is that I get to pick who I work with. When you're in industry, you have a team or you have a set of people that you work with that you didn't necessarily choose. In academia, by and large, with the projects that you're working on, you get to choose who you want to work with. So you can pick the people who you enjoy being around, and that will make your work so much more rewarding and successful. I choose projects in part because I want to work with some of the most fun, brilliant people on the planet. And I have the opportunity to do that by choosing specifically to work with them. And that really gives me a lot of joy and helps me deal with some of the lower points in academia if I truly love who I'm working with and I find lots of joy in our collaborations. And the seventh reason that I truly love working in academia is that I get to work with students. Students bring so much energy and life into research. They often bring new perspectives, fresh ideas, and it is truly a pleasure to be working with students. I work with students both in the lab, where they're supporting research and we're developing ideas together, but I also work with them in classwork and in our courses as well. In each way, it is so exciting and fun to have the opportunity to work with students, and that's something that you certainly wouldn't be getting in industry. Sometimes in industry, you have the opportunity to work with interns, and that can be really fun as well. But I think having the opportunity to really meet a wide range of students and get to learn from them and grow our research together is truly fulfilling and one of the great pleasures of being in academia. So those are my top 7 reasons why I love academia, and I think you will too. There's many more I could talk about, but I wanted to put it out there that academia is a wonderful field to be in. It often gets a bad rap because it can be hard, especially getting there. Throughout your PhD, it can be very challenging. There will be ups and downs. But I think if you put yourself in a position, like I have very strategically, to make sure that you're enjoying your work, you're surrounded by people that you truly like, you have students that can really invigorate the process, it absolutely makes it worth it. Now, of course, there's some downsides to academia that I'll talk about in future videos, but if any of these items ring true for you, you should definitely consider a career in academia. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. I will have more videos on this type of content, and it helps me know if you're interested in it, if you do like and subscribe. Also, please comment down below if there's specific topics you would like me to cover. Take care.